Hey everyone, this is BRAINWAVEZ and I'm gonna show you how to create bass music like Lowcation. As I thank you for all your support, I'm giving away this project file for free. Just hit the link in the description to get it. Alright, so for this project, I'm gonna be at 145 BPM and I'm gonna be writing in D sharp. Let's just start by building a quick drum patterns. So same kick that I always use, then let's bring some snares. Something short like this one. Layered with something else. Maybe that. Let's check both of them out. Maybe even another one on top. Just making it brighter with this return track. Let's cut some of the low end. Let's make this a group and put some reverb on it. I want to make this a little bit shorter and tighter, so good. Let's add some hi-hats. So maybe the kick starts and then once the snare hits, we can start like adding those hi-hats. And I'll keep the rhythm pretty simple for now, and I might modify it later on when I add the basses, just because I've seen that's what Lowcation does on some of his tracks. And actually, I'm just going back to these references in here, but I cannot play them out just because of YouTube copyright system. So I'll just cut like the parts when I go back and listen to the sections. But yeah, I'm just guiding myself with his tracks to make something in his style, obviously. But yeah, just in case that you guys are wondering what this is, it's because that's what I'm doing. Let's make those hi-hats a little bit more interesting by adding some auto pan. I do this a lot in my hi-hats. I feel like it definitely brings them a little bit to life. Let's add some reverb. In here, what I did is just create like a little up and down in volume. And we could pan them a little bit. I'm gonna cut the low end of the hi-hats. It doesn't need any. All right, good. Now let's jump to the basses and let's start doing some sound design. So just gonna create a MIDI clip in here. I'll just use a sine wave in here. Use the LFO one to create a modulation of the cutoff. Let's put some distortion, some compression. Let's use a noise generator and modulate the level with this as well. Let's bring the drive down. So what I'm gonna do is just separate the layers. So this one is gonna be my sub. I just duplicated the serum layer. I'll just modify this to make it behave like a sub bass. So I'm just gonna remove all of this and use just soft clipping. Yeah, somewhere around there. And now let's just EQ properly. So something like this. Let's check both of them out. So I think I can keep shaping this a little bit further though. So let me just duplicate. This would be like my backup instead I, mess something up. Let's see if maybe by adding some extra post-processing outside, I'm thinking cyanoid fold. I'm not sure about the saturator. Let's just start with another fresh serum instance. This time I might go with harmonic series maybe instead. Do this, FM from B, some maybe soft clip in distortion. Let's add some compression. Reverb. Noise. Let's check that out. So just playing with the EQ in here. I haven't got to the texture that I want for the wub. So I think I'm just gonna keep tweaking this one. Maybe less of this. Let's add an EQ and do something interesting. I think I'm gonna increase this up to 150 and then this one is gonna cut at 150. But I was getting a lot of this, like 120 harmonic, and I didn't want that, so I think I like that a little bit better. And I think I'm just gonna, in this EQ, gonna put that at like around 190 where the harmonic is, and do some of this action maybe. Let's see. Maybe do this. Bring down this in here and bring up the sub itself. Just shaping the wub a little bit more until I'm happy with it. And let's change this one as well. let's bring down the random phase on both of them. Let's put some more reverb. Let's check with my mastering on. I just do this on and off to see how it would sound on a louder volume. That's sounding cleaner. I think we can get rid of this too, which we didn't use, and stick with this other one. So let me just delete this ones and just use this one with the harmonic series. So what I'm going to do is do an automation of this parameter outside of Serum, and we'll create a groove that way. And actually, let me enable the triplet and dotted mode as well. So this is what I have so far. And now we're gonna copy and paste that into the sub bass, and we're gonna cut the low end in here and create this same automation. So let me go to the sub, put this in trigger mode, and click on the config button, enable triplet and dotted notation. And let's copy this and paste in here. All right, let's check it out with the mastering chain on. Right, sounding good. Still, you know, pretty dry, but we'll fix that. I think this sub could have less of the cutoff automation, make it a little bit more sustained. A little bit more. And I also think, before I jump into something else, that I could add some hyperdimension or something similar in here. All right, now let's jump into creating like a different variation the second time around in here. So that could be just changing the rate in some parts. So I think that could work. Let's copy that into the sub. Little modifications. Right on. So let's start putting like some ear candy. Something like that. Maybe something with a vocal also doing like the reverb thing. Yeah, it can definitely work. So now let's just start like filling these gaps in here. So we'll add the sub. We'll do some extra bass fill for that. So let's just duplicate the sub, delete this, and let's just start modifying it. The harmonic series again. Something like that with a lot of reverb could be nice. Or some downsampling maybe. Reverb. For the main bass, I think I'm gonna set the noise to direct out so that it doesn't go through this. I think that I like how that sounds better. Now let's go back to this one. Let's put some extra post-processing outside, so maybe amp. Erosion. More reverb outside, and let's create a little automation. Let's make this a little bit louder, and let's create another layer for it and make something a little bit more melodic. That could work. Let's just cut the low end so everything below 300 can go. Let's make this brighter. Let's turn down the volume. I think I like it better with the wavetable position differently. Yeah, something like that. Let's just keep adding to the beat so that it doesn't sound so empty. Something like that could work. Let me put this at 150. So I'm thinking just in some parts, not all of it. Let's just combine like certain drum loops. Yeah, that could work. Let's add some reverb in there. Some of these like textures, I think could really spice up the beat a little. Let's keep adding some more top-end drums. Another snare in here. I feel like we could still add some more background stuff to make this more interesting. So let's do a little bit more of that. We're gonna use this violin to create some sort of nice melody. Alright, so I like that. Now some final touches. Let's add some side chaining here. So something like that. Let's copy and let's do this snare as well. So shorter. Now let's copy where the kick and the snare are. So now let's do some reverb throws in the group of the synths. Just to recap, I have a sub bass, which is just a sine wave and a little bit of LFO movement with the cutoff. I don't need this FM from B anymore, and I have soft clipping with just 100 and 100% mix and dry wet, and that's for my sub. Then the bass, it's basic, it's a sine wave with FM from B with this amounts. Just gonna hover so you guys can copy if you are following along. Then harmonic series, filter, this LFO, trigger mode 1/4. In this post-processing going on. Compression, reverb, EQ, just playing with this frequency. This post-processing outside of the patch, the sub only has this EQ. Then I have that field which has amp erosion and reverb, and this EQ, and inside the patch is sine wave, FM from B, harmonic series, position 1, 2 octaves up, cutoff of the LFO, this downsampling distortion, and reverb modulation. Then I have this other one, which is, it has erosion and reverb, and it's so wave, FM from B, a harmonic series, position 3, 1 octave up, then reverb, multiband compression, and this EQ just cutting the low end. And this is a violin instrument from Ableton, and besides that I just added a ton of just fills and stuff like that, so with a lot of reverb, so they sound like this. Just things to support the background. And then with the drums, I added a good amount of top end loops and perks and like textures. Some of them with reverb and delay, and that's pretty much it. Please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I hope I see you around. As I thank you for all your support, I'm giving away this project file for free. Just hit the link in the description to get it.